Hello everybody, and welcome to Cube Square's Mind Game. Quite an obscure game, this one. You might have not heard of it. Yeah, I think the official name is something like Minecraft? I don't know. It's all blocks, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, you will notice as I'm logging in here, this isn't a new world. This is a world I've played on before. In fact, this is a world I've played on quite a fair bit. Not loads, but somewhat. I'll give you a quick tour of what I've going on here. You can probably tell this was a village. I showed up and divided and conquered, colonized the area. Nicked this house here to use as my main base of operations while I set up something more permanent. Yeah, this is where I've got all my junk just now. It's not by any means a permanent residence. But yeah, I've got a little pumpkin farm, I've got sugarcane, I've got, you might be able to see it, a cactus in there, berries. My storage spaces are a mess. There is a degree of organization, but it is not a degree that I think is visible to anybody other than me. Up here we've got more sugarcane. I've melons, of course. An auto composter, if you're not familiar with these. Basically, whenever I've got farm materials like extra seeds and stuff, I dump those in there. They get fed into the composter automatically. And then this dropper dumps them in here, and I get bone meal really fast. Faster than it would be if I was doing it, and it means I can go do other stuff while it's running. It's very handy. Tiny little bit of, I'd barely even call that redstone, but it does use a redstone, what is that, what's majig? So, it's kind of redstone, right? Over here we have the fields. Yeah, really nothing to explain there. I've got, all the normal growables in these little thingies. My whole thing has been being a Yeti. So I decided I would live in an ice biome and I would try to do everything the icy way. I was wearing the wrong helmet. There you go. I was trying to do everything in an ice biome and get around all of the inconveniences that gives you, because it's not me playing a video game if I don't make things unnecessarily harder for myself in really weird ways. Sheep, I think I have at least 2 of every dye color, but I'm not sure. We've got cows, we've got a single rabbit who really needs a friend so I can breed them up. And we've got so many chickens that when you get near them, you get that horrible clicking noise, which is great. I guess moving on from the farm, we can go to look at our residence. First, over here, we have the farmer's market. So I wanted to set up a villager trading system, but I wanted it to look natural, blended into the environment. So I decided to do individual builds for each of the different, categories that I'd given them of types of villager that kind of aesthetically go together. So here I've got all of my farmers, which they're the only villagers I have that are fully trained up, of course. I've got my fishermen, and behind them I've got my butchers. And then out back around here I've got a fence, and on this side of the fence, all of the snow is 2 blocks high at least. No, 2 little layers high at least, except around the torches. This is a spawn proofing method, so it's basically my method of keeping monsters out during the nighttime. I kept having a problem with all of my villagers in these stalls getting zombified because they're not that spawn proofed, and I'm not made of golden apples. It got kind of annoying, so I've got a couple that are still the originals that now give me discounted prices because of that, but overall it's just not worth the effort. It's really annoying. These are llamas that I've kidnapped. None of them are named. They're all tamed. Maybe I'll name them someday. This is currently a prison. Eventually it's just going to be a normal house, but for now, yeah, it's where I breed up my villagers, so they're all shut in there. They can't get out. I get bread from the traders, from the farmers, and I give it to them. You can see my terrible improv design choices. I really need to fix the front of this house. It's so bad that, like, I think what I need to do is have the cobblestone steps go up like that rather than going across the front there. But then I think I would want more texturing there. Ugh, I don't know. But yeah, I all these builds were unplanned. I improvised everything I made here. And in some cases you can really tell roofs are not my strong suit. But yeah, then round here, this is my trading hall for, it's got my armorers, my toolsmiths, my weaponsmiths, and my leather workers, which I have 5 of everybody but the leather workers, just because it was such a fuss getting these people up here. I could not be bothered to do it again, let alone find a place for another one up here. These fit quite neatly in the corners, but another one would have been odd. It would have not fit. But yeah, even with like boats, mine carts, trapping them in with dirt blocks, and the water elevators, transporting villagers is such a fuss. It's infuriating. But yeah, that's that. Let's see. I have other villager trading halls that I need to add. I want to do, I'm not sure, some kind of crafts community that's going to have the stonecutters, the masons, shepherds, and the fletchers. I'm gonna build something, I think, that way. I'm not sure, because then it would be like quite nicely spread out. Maybe I could fit them in the middle here, but I don't know, I think that would be kind of clunky. Or maybe I could split them up more, have the shepherds over by the sheep, because then they're, you know, in the right spot and everything. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with those. The other ones, though, that's your... I can't remember the names of any of the villager types today, good gods. Your cartographers, your librarians, and your brewer dudes. Let's call them that for now. What are they called? I don't know. But yeah, I've already planned out what I'm going to do with them. Again, in vague terms. I still improvise the builds, so it's not like I've designed something intricately in a creative world or anything. But I've plotted out this spot, and I'm going to build a library and then have all of them, yeah, in my library, which is going to be handy. So that's really my next step in populating my villager trading halls. Over here, we have one more resident. This is Gary the Bartholomew Shredder Jr. the Third. He's an Enderman. He likes poisonous potatoes. And our last but not least, final resident, I need to eat. This is Ned. Ned is my snow farm. You wouldn't think living in an ice biome I need a snow farm, but I really, really do. I run out of snow blocks so often. It's a real problem. So yeah, this is a really simple farm, basically. He is trapped on this half slab and then pushed into this corner and trapped there, which you can do with a little nifty redstone trick. And then that means that he's always standing on these 2 blocks here. Well, technically on all 3 of these blocks. And so if you hit here, that's between the 2 hitboxes for these blocks, and you just hold down. If you had a shovel that wasn't exploded immediately, you would just hold down there, and you'd get like loads of snowballs, which would be really handy. Let's not sleep tonight, actually. Let's use this opportunity to dash over and showcase my other build. If you want to talk about difficulties with transporting villagers, this was the worst headache of all, setting up an iron farm over here. It's out of range of the normal village, so that the spawn rates are all reset and everything. And yeah, I've got a little spawn-proof, phantom-proof box in here. This, I cannot take credit for this design. I'll credit where I got it, if I remember to. I remembered. It's Chapman, the YouTuber. But basically, the way it works, there's a zombie. You can just about see him hanging out over there. He's got a slab over his head so that he doesn't, like, set on fire and die. And he's name tagged. I think his name is Zombert the 3rd or the 4th, because I had some trouble with him. Many Zomberts died in the making of this iron farm. But yeah, he's trapped over there. And then these villagers, they hang out here in this little puddle. And they're trapped, and during the nighttime they'll lie in the beds, and then they're closer to him, and that'll make them panic. And when they panic, their spawn rates for iron golems goes up. So it takes advantage of that mechanic to make them spawn them more quickly. And then they spawn on the highest available blocks. So you have high available blocks here. A water block in that corner that pushes them over this way. And then here they fall in, well, their head gets caught in the lava and they can't get out of it. So they burn to death, and then the hopper picks up their iron and drops it in these chests. Although, as you can see, I've way overestimated, well, I've underestimated my need for iron and overestimated how long I would be on around at night and not needing iron. So I'm gonna use these chests for something else eventually. But for now we'll just AFK until daytime. Oh hey, we're back. Nice. Oh heck yes, spiders. I need string. I'm in dire need of some string, so let's head down there, I guess. How did you... Now, where'd that spider go? Come here, bestie. We were gonna make a spider spawner, but, I think we found a spawner and we were gonna make a, you know, like set up a little thing with it. But I don't know where the spawner is. I don't know what cave it was found in, so, I was gonna maybe help with that, but I can't on my own. Oh, while we're out this way, I'll show you my actual starter house. So, I don't spend any time over here because everything I need and everything I'm working on is in the village. But I technically did make a starter house from scratch all by myself like a big boy. It's this. Yeah, I auto-generated a sphere and then messied it up a little bit, you know, so it was a bit more natural. And then stuck a thing out the front, and as you may have just heard, this is not my main home, but it is my animals' main home. Yeah, this is where I keep all of my animals. My slowly growing dog army. Just whenever I come in here, which is almost never, I breed them up, but is that everybody? I think so. There we go. And yeah, 2 calico cats. My cat in real life, Freya, my familiar, she is calico, which is why I really like them. I look at them and I'm like, oh, it's my baby. So whenever I see them in the village, I give them fish. I don't not like other cats, but, you know, it's my son. My son who is a female cat. But yeah, so I've been making massive sugarcane farms. Well, it's not massive. I have been making a lot of sugarcane stockpiling it really for when my, well, for building my library, because I'm going to need a heck ton of books. And also for afterwards. Wrong one. There's no space. Hold on, I can go get a chest from that other thing. What was I saying? Stockpiling. Oh yeah, the other thing I'm trying to stockpile is string. That's not for trading, although eventually I might need some for trading. It's to do with one of my many little inconveniences from living in a snow biome that I have to work around. And that is the snow on the roofs of my builds. It looks so bad. It's really ugly. And if you don't know, you can see parts where it isn't snowy and parts where it is. The parts where it isn't, that's where I've already placed string. If you put string on the ground, then yeah, if you put string on the ground, then snow doesn't fall there, it doesn't settle. So I'm gradually stockpiling up enough string to proof this area, you know, just get it all sorted out, get it all covered up. Let's go stick this string up there now. And I think even though this build looks kind of terrible, I think that'll be my last step in it. Gosh dang it. It's got its people installed, that's the main thing. There we go. Okay, perfect. This is not where I want to be. Okay, let's make a new chest for sugarcane, because I feel like I have enough, but then you always underestimate with villager trading, or I do anyway. I'll be like, yeah, that's obviously enough. Who would ever need more than that? And then lo and behold, villagers just eat through all your stockpiling, and you need way more than you thought, and it's infuriating. Like, I thought when I had 3 stacks, I was like, that's a lot of rotten flesh. I won't need any more for my clerics. Clerics, that's the word. I couldn't remember earlier. You're always like, yeah, you don't need any more. And then you run out before they've even gone up like a single level, and it's really annoying. So I've just decided to stockpile everything. That's my solution to this problem. Yeah, you'll see me going around, and as I said, there is a logic to where I store things, you know? Like, I have a designated place for everything. It's just a really stupid place. Because nothing makes any sense. Nothing has, Oh, hold on, actually. There was 2 of those. That can make another quartz pillar. And then I can bring it over here. And show off the thing that I'm actually working on just now. I've got a chest out this ways, which is why I'm... Enderman! Bloody Enderman! Always leaving random grass blocks in the middle of my icebergs. It's very rude. So yeah, what is this? Iceberg? Glacier? Iceberg, right? This is where I'm actually planning on keeping, on living long term. I'm gonna like hollow it out, build it up a little bit, and make it into a castle. Over there, that dirt is actually the circle where I'm gonna make a like a tower, but it's really quite a wide circle. I'm gonna have to like grind for ice blocks for a really long time for that one, I think. But yeah, if I hop up here, yeah, you've got a wee circle, very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna build a tower here because I thought that would look pretty cool, and then out front I think either here have this like a little courtyard thing would look pretty cool, or further out front, like in front of this part. But I think actually having the idea of a courtyard there has kind of won me over. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna like fill in these unicy bits, and I'm going to build something, the materials for which are all the way over here. I have to travel quite a distance to get to them. I want a bridge here, because I think that would look cool, and the reason these materials are all the way out here is because I want to do something else with them over this way. It should be spawning in pretty soon. There it is. I've got a sad little chest all the way by itself, hanging out with just the polar bears. And this is stockpiled materials, which this is actually my second time recording this session. And in the first one, I went and I did a grind session for all of this quartz, and it was quite an entertaining nether adventure. I messed up my OBS settings, and the footage from that session was awful. I just had to delete it, which was a shame, but we've got it now. That's the main thing. So what I want to do with all those materials is I want to come back to this after I've hopped over onto my creative world. So yeah, this is the first thing that I've actually planned out a design for, rather than just like pantsing it, throwing it together, improv style. I want to build these frozen trees, and I designed some smaller like layouts. These are for being like a normal forest. I want to have a little forest to them, and that's where that bridge will be going to. But I think in that courtyard area I was talking about, I want to build an even bigger one, like a really huge one that will like tower over. If I can, I don't know what our end situation looks like, but if I've got access to the end yet, I actually would really like, I think, to have end rods in some of these places. Obviously you'd have to be careful with this is one of the many trials I've given myself, is ice blocks and light sources. Building out of ice blocks, you can't have a light source too close to them. Like if I get, these ones are fine, these ones are fine. These ones, if they're near a light source, they will eventually melt. And I've used mostly normal ice blocks for my build, because I think they just look cooler, like when you can see through them a little bit. That just does not want to prove me right, does it? What? Are fog lights like the only thing that it doesn't do it with or something? What? Get a torch. It's trying to make a fool out of me. Anyway, yeah, it's like off the top of my head, it's like a 3 blocks difference or something that you need between a light source and a normal ice block. So you'd have to like work that out, but I think if you could, end rods would look really sick. Like you could have them hanging down and it would look like they were like glittering. Okay, just get one. Yeah, like that. I think that would look really cool. Again, you can only have them in certain places, but I think it would look super pretty. And if there was a huge tree, there we go. See, I'm not crazy. But yeah, so normal, all of that was to say, normal ice melts with light sources too close to it. So like if I placed one here, it would eventually melt these blocks, which would be bad. You wouldn't want that. But yeah, I think here is safe because it's 3 blocks away there. It's yeah, these were just really like a proof of concept type thing. You know, I thought these designs would look pretty cool. I tried them with just the snow blocks, but they didn't look textured enough. And then I tried them with just the quartz blocks and they looked way too textured. So I feel like actually you need both to kind of strike a balance. I definitely don't have enough to populate an entire forest, especially not with regards to the quartz, since I cannot farm that. But I think I probably have enough just to build that cute little courtyard tree. I don't want it to be huge because there isn't a huge space there. You know, it's not like a mega build. I've never built a mega build and I'm scared of them. I'm scared of people who can do them as well. But yeah, so hopping back over to home. Oh, lovely, it's raining. 3 a.m. and it's raining. Love to see it. That polar bear's going for a swim. I gotta say, Minecraft Rain, it really effectively, for me, embodies the feeling that real life rain has, which is that it's stressful and I don't like the sensory experience. And it feels really overwhelming. So, yeah, I don't know if that's a compliment. It gets an F on the autism likability scale, but an A on the accuracy to real rain scale. So, depends what they were going for. Snow I much prefer, which is one of the few bonuses, I guess, of me living in this ice biome. Perish. That's what I thought, asshole. Yeah. I heard ya. Give me your string. Ah, I'm too late. The sun's gonna rise before I get there. No running my iron farm tonight. Oh yeah, these are also citizens. This is Zomber and his roommates. I introduced Zomber earlier. He's the only one who matters because he's the only one with a name tag. The others are just here to prolong suffer. I should get like a texture pack or something because, I mean, I like Minecraft, but WoW does normal. Is there a... No, okay, I thought that was a creeper on my roof and I was like, there is nowhere for a creeper to even spawn up there. I think it is just the top of my bamboo. That was very confusing. But yeah, I think that's just, yeah, because it's gone now. It's the top of my bamboo peeking out the top, making me think that there's creepers afoot. Silly. There used to be a polar bear that lived in this cave, but I ain't seen him in a while. I never name tagged the guy, so it's totally possible that they're just dead. Shame. F in the chat for that guy, I guess. I was fully willing to let him have the cave. It goes deep, this one. It's a real mess down there. Not as much as a mess as one kind of out that way a bit, which is where I get all my materials from now that I've kind of gutted this cave. Oh! God damn it. Falling victim to my own anti-zombie measures. Also to my inability to speak. Goodness me. Well, this tour's been fun, but I'm contracting a headache. I'm not very well right now, which is a shame. I wanted to do more. I wanted to like actually get into building that tree, which I thought would be fun, but I guess I'll save that for another episode because they make it quite hard to focus. I don't usually get them playing Minecraft at normal light levels. When it gets to ice drain light levels, like in a cave or in the nether, I have to take it real easy, take breaks every now and again. But usually just in the overworld, in the daytime, it's fine. I'm just not very well right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my rambling mess of madness. why, but thank you. And I'll see you next time. Adios.